last time I saw the document was when I was a child in one of the national museums in Dublin. And I've never been as close to it as this.
How does it feel to see your great uncle's name at the bottom of a thing like this?
It's emotional. I mean, that there is that connection all the way back, and that this is an artifact that he probably wouldn't have had his hands on it, but he would have drafted it 200 years ago, that there was that connection. It's hard to put it in words, but it's something of which I'm very proud. The Irish Volunteers were behind the 1916 Rising, and my granduncle, Thomas MacDonagh, he was one of the leaders of it. The proclamation of the Irish Provisional Government, it was plastered around Dublin in Easter week. It has in it the seeds of the future Irish Republic.
What's incredible here is that this is a text that was written one day, printed the next, distributed and kind of put into action the day after that. And then within a few days, every single signatory was executed. So it's all right there. Even the way in which it's reproduced, the physical manifestation of it, tells the story.
For me, what stands out is this particular paragraph here. The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman. So it wasn't just men, also that the Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, also equal rights and equal opportunities to all of its citizens. So perhaps the égalité in the French Revolution, which was a strong theme there, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and all of its parts, and this phrase, which is very important, cherishing all the children of the nation equally.
It was produced in Liberty Hall in a press that James Connolly was using for printing a newspaper. Because it's a poster, it's a completely different scale of production from a newspaper, so they needed much bigger type. In the 24 hours, 48 hours before they started printing, they had to get hold of this much type of this size. And literally they were just going around from type foundry to type foundry, trying to lay their hands on enough type to produce this text. And they only came up with a certain amount. So one of the things you can notice is there's a difference in colour between the top half and the bottom half of it. And that's because they printed it in two halves. They didn't have enough type to do it all in one go. And you get some interesting things, a sign of the kind of improvised nature of it. This letter here, the C, is actually originally an O. And it's an O they just kind of cut a chunk out of. Similarly, it's one of the kind of famous things. You can see that the E here is different from the E here. That's because it's actually an F. So those are the signs within the typographical side of it of what pressure they were under, how they were trying to create something from nothing with very limited resources. A wonderful combination of the incredible idealism of the text and the really rough and ready nature of the execution.
This is something which will live and live and live, and people can see exactly what the ideals are. It's something that embodies something greater. It's a sense of aspiration that I suppose that every country would want in the people, its forebears and the people who made a sacrifice for it. And the authenticity about it, it is very touching actually, that there's a direct line back to all of those people and what they did, and you see it right here.